not quite long enough yet for the ponytail. Also, my hair has thinned out a little bit up top, so I'm not sure this is gonna work regardless. Ugh. I feel like I've come all this way. I should just go all the way for the joke, but at the same time, this is not looking good. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get my hair cut. I apologize for not talking about this sooner, but Andor is the best Star Wars anything that has ever been made. It's better than the prequel movies. It's better than the original 3 movies. Well, let's not go crazy here. It's better than any of the Disney movies. It's better than any of the Disney Star Wars shows. It is fantastic. I don't think it's any secret that I am a big Star Wars fan, and I will eat up anything that they release. As long as it's well produced and is enjoyable to watch, the particulars don't matter so much to me. I don't mind plot holes, I don't mind weird characterizations, I don't mind retconning, it's all fine. Do I wish that every Star Wars story had the same level of craft and care in the story that Better Call Saul does? Sure. Do I wish that it had the political intrigue of Game of Thrones? Yeah, but when it doesn't, it's not that big of a deal. I don't recommend Star Wars to everyone. If by now you don't know whether you like Star Wars or not, it really doesn't matter. It's just like find some other media. That being said, I would recommend Andor to anyone who likes a good TV show. You don't have to like Star Wars to like that TV show. First off, the world feels real. Even from something as simple as like a guy's mom asking him, "Are you wearing that?" When was the last time you ever heard anybody comment on the clothes somebody was wearing in Star Wars? It's just these tiny details that makes it feel like an actual lived-in real world with real consequences. Speaking of which, death actually matters in this show. If 2 stormtroopers get killed in a normal Star Wars show, do you think anybody bats an eye? Nobody cares. And in this show, 2 stormtroopers getting killed is just, it sets forth all of these huge events, and people actually care that it happened. It's not just, oh, two randos died. It's no, 2 randos died. Who killed them? Before this show came out, I was like, oh God, not another movie set before other events, so I already know what's gonna happen and there will feel like there are no stakes whatsoever. Obi-Wan Kenobi, there was no sense of danger whatsoever, 0 stakes. You know both of these characters are going to live. Why even watch it? As I said though earlier, I will watch anything Star Wars and enjoy it for what it is. I wish Obi-Wan was better, but it wasn't. In Andor, obviously you know that the main character survives through the whole thing because he's in a movie that they show later. But every other character, you don't know their fate. And the excitement of what's going to happen and the buildup, there's a specific thing that they build up to in the first 5 episodes. And then when they finally show it, it's actually worth watching. And it's so exciting, just gripping at the edge of your seat the entire time. It's like, what is gonna happen? Oh! So good! And then in the latest episode, they had this location that they filmed in that looked like an old 80s mall. It was so cool. It looked awesome. Oh man. Andor, do not sleep on this show. I promise you. Okay, you hear me being hyperbolic about everything all of the time. If you like a good story well told, set in an amazing sci-fi universe that could or could not be in Star Wars and still be just as good, don't wait on it, man. Just get a Disney trial or whatever, watch this. And there's still like 4 more episodes left in the season. If this show doesn't get a 2nd season, that will be a shame. With all that being said, it's time to get to work on this episode and finish it in the next century or so. Let's do that. You know what the internet is actually for? The internet is for getting you to want to buy things. Like, seriously, be honest with yourself. How often do you get on the internet and you're doing something like totally unrelated and you see an ad for something and you're like, oh yeah, okay. And next thing you know, you're ordering something on the internet. Back in the 90s when the internet was still new, there was all these lofty ideas for what the internet can do and how it could bring us all together. And really it just boiled down to capitalism sunk its claws in it and it was like, let's buy stuff. And I'm not even super opposed to buying stuff. I love buying stuff, it's fun. I totally get it. It's when I feel the need. When there is a need, it doesn't feel like a want or a desire. It feels like I need to do this. And I don't know how that
that idea crept into my brain, just where things feel like they become a need, not a want. First of all, I just want to be content with what I have. And two, I want to have money in my bank account, not just constantly flowing out. Just always flowing out. Sometimes it flows in and then it just continually flows out. It's like you're constantly paling water. Let's go for a run. I think I slightly overdressed for the occasion today. It's much warmer than I realized. Today's music choice, the One Ups. They're celebrating their 20th anniversary with a vinyl record, which I immediately ordered. And it is no exaggeration to say that the One-Ups were the soundtrack to my life when I was in my early 20s, which sounds like a weird thing. At what point can you start talking about decades of your life as if they were a long time ago? Early 20s for me was a very, very long time ago at this point. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Two things. I realized that I've started to say y'all a lot more, and I think it's because I listen to a lot of the Rhett and Link podcasts and they say y'all all the time. But y'all, check out what I got. Oh, that is a beaut. That is a beaut from Butte. Oh yeah. These are available with Nintendo points. You have to pay for shipping, it's like $8, and I ordered the Nintendo 64 controller, and then right after that I was like, oh crap, there's the posters, and then it was too late, and I had to pay shipping twice. Oh well. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's go for a run.